Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Today I am going to present to you part 2 of 10 differences between the Netherlands en Nepal.
Nou, voor Dutch people, Nederlandse ondertiteling kun je nu aan en uitzetten via de instellingen. Die vind je als je deze animatie volgt of op je mobiele telefoon rechtsbovenin bij de 3 puntjes.
If you're a Nepali speaker and you love to hear me speaking in your language, then definitely check out the link up here and subscribe to that channel, which is wearing my name, because I'll be speaking Nepali every week or singing for you. Follow this link, click on the subscribe button and get your notifications because it's gonna be exciting.
So let's get started. Today on number 1 we have castes. In Nepal we have a caste system. Mainly there are 4 castes. If you watch people's surname, then you can determine from which caste they are. I don't see castes as much as a discrimination as well as a division of how people work. Mostly Brahmin people were before academics and Kshetris, fighters, warriors, soldiers, and maybe the lower castes were just laborers. But nowadays, because everyone has access to free education from the government, these differences between castes are fading away. In Nepal, surnames come from the family that you're from, the tribe that you're from. While in the Netherlands, surnames have a great variation because in the Netherlands, when the time came to decide on a surname in the time of Napoleon, some people named their family after their occupation, other people named their family after the place where they were staying, other people came just up with like stupid, funny, hilarious names. So there's a lot of variety in that. Even animals, maybe flowers or tree names, whatever, you name it, they named it. So that's how Nepal and the Netherlands differ in terms of surnames. Number 2 is something that I have found and learned that is a major difference between the Netherlands and Nepal, and more global between so-called hot climate and cold climate, where cold climates are mostly more developed places and where people are more focused on tasks, on work, while hot climates are places where people are warmer, people are more welcoming, show a lot of hospitality, and the main priority there is the relationship. So in Nepal, you will see that people focus more on the relationship, and definitely anytime when you're coming, they will receive you, they will serve you, they will treat you as their guest. And if there's a meeting, then first you will have a conversation just about your family and what general things, like how your family is doing, if you had your meal, and they'll serve you tea, definitely. First things first, and then only we go to the real point. So definitely, when I give a phone call, I'm not jumping straight to the point. While in the Netherlands, yes, we would prefer that. Why would you just talk about, hey, how are you doing? And have you eaten yet? How is your family? How are the kids doing? And then people will feel like, oh, just come to the point, just say what you want to say, because I have better things to do. Like, it's different if you're very good friends and you just want to hang out on the phone. But if it's just a business call, no, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't just inform to their family's well-being. But in Nepal, yes, we do. While in the Netherlands, it's just straightforward, just focus on work and tasks, because that needs to be done. Connected to that, you are already feeling it, is the third point, time and planning. In Nepal, we don't really live with time and planning. Yeah, it's coming up more because we are also modernizing, westernizing. However, time and planning do not rule. We make a planning, but we just go with the flow. If it works out, then it works out. If it doesn't, then who cares? Time will be set for a meeting, but yeah, everyone will come within the hour. Like if I say come at 11, then it doesn't mean 11.00, it just means 11. Like 11.59 is still the hour of 11. And mostly if you make an appointment or you invite someone and you say 3, then they might just get up from what they are doing at 3 and get ready and go on their way to you. It's changing, but that's just how it works. So time is a really different concept here, and people just have the time. In the Netherlands, time is ruling. Yeah, it's ruling. And if you fail on your planning, then that's a big disaster. Time is time, and if you're 5 minutes late, then you're very, very, very late. So if you're in time, it doesn't mean you're exactly there at the appointed time. You are there 10 minutes ahead. Time rules. And we can't live without our watches and mobile phones to watch the time. And when I was a student and would cycle to the university, at every bus stop, I would check the time because there's a digital clock. I would just check the time every bus stop to make sure that I was cycling fast enough to get in time at the university. Okay, number 4 is something about water, and the 5th one as well. Number 4, in Nepal, our drinking water comes either directly from the mountains or you have it in jars, which are filled at springs that are providing good water. Like in Kathmandu, we have to drink water from jars. I think 20-liter jars. In Ilam, we can drink water from a tap. We will boil the water first. While in the Netherlands, yes, you should just drink the water directly from the tap. It's very healthy, it's very clean, and there are big mechanisms, big machines, companies to clean the water. But the shocking thing is, for me, that in the Netherlands, you use the same clean drinking water to take a shower, water your plants, and just anything. Oh, and flush the toilet with that clean water. We should just make a different system and have a different water for that. Move on to number 5, because, and it's also about water, in Nepal, we are landlocked. On the north, we have Tibet, China, and on the south, we have India. That's all. Yes, that's all. India is on the south, on the west, on the east. We are just landlocked. We don't have sea. We have some lakes. We have many lakes, rivers. In Nepal, while in the Netherlands, on the north and west, totally sea and beaches, while we're only having land neighbors on the east and the south, Belgium and Germany. And yes, under sea level, half of the country is under sea level. That means we're living underwater. No. In the Netherlands, we have made a lot of systems to protect the land from the water, and we have created a lot of land by just pumping out the water and throwing it back into the sea, and building high defense systems, dams, and putting mills to pump the water out. Let's go on to number 6. Number 6 is one that might surprise you. In Nepal, we love everything new. Usually, we don't use second-hand things unless it's within our own family. but we'll feel very shy to give other people secondhand things. Because we come from a background where we lived on farms and just provided for our own living. Therefore, it is a very, very appreciated thing to have some money and buy clothes, and we just love new things. While in the Netherlands, there's a big trend going to buy secondhand stuff, and it's totally normal nowadays to buy secondhand things. And yes, this is secondhand as well. I bought it in the Netherlands. You won't think that this is a thing from the Netherlands, but I got it in the Netherlands. I have no idea where it comes from, but I got it in a secondhand shop. And we love secondhands. I mean, I do, in the Netherlands. And I think it's a good thing to promote secondhand because, yeah, people might get tired of things fast and they are still good. In Nepal, if you have got something new, then definitely you won't throw it, or you just give it to another family member until it's really unusable. You won't throw it. It's not a bad thing to invest in new stuff then, I would say. But better invest in quality. All right, let's go to number 7 and 8. They're about birthdays. In Nepal, you won't have to do anything if your birthday is coming up. You won't do anything for your birthday. Just be. Just be yourself. Just be happy. Just celebrate. Other people will organize the birthday for you, if they do, and otherwise, yeah, it's just gone then. If people want to surprise you with a birthday party, then they will invite others and they will organize the birthday for you. They will buy a cake for you, they will cook nice food, everything will be done. While in the Netherlands, if you want to celebrate your birthday, then you are the one to arrange everything. You are the one to treat others because it's your birthday. You are the one who is going to treat others with cake and coffee and tea. That's the least you can do, and then maybe some snacks. That's it. That's just all up to you. You have to invite them. And that brings us to number 8, the birthday gifts. In Nepal, you might receive some gifts, especially at a wedding or at a birthday. Especially kids will receive a lot of gifts. I think personally, as an adult, why would you exchange gifts? I mean, exchange, just think about it, exchange, because at the next birthday, you will give something back. So it's just exchanging the gifts, and maybe you don't even like the gift, so it's a waste of money. Just my thinking. In Nepal, we would not unwrap the gifts in front of others. That's just something, I don't know. People will feel shy if you unwrap their gift in front of other people, maybe. Or they just don't want to know your reaction to the gift. I'm not sure, but we just receive the gifts, we say thank you, and then we just put it aside. And when we're alone after the birthday party or wedding party, then we will watch the gift. While in the Netherlands, it's a big thing. And last time also my sister was calling me in a video call to be present when my father was going to unwrap his gifts for his birthday. And it's just a big happening to unwrap your gifts in front of the ones who gave it to you, and then they just want to see how you like it, and that's just a whole thing in itself. Number 9 is a bit of an ironic one. I saw some news on Instagram shared by a mother of a friend who works for the local government in the Netherlands. She was sharing that the local government was gonna have a meeting about the smoke from fires that people make in their homes in wintertime. How people feel about the smoke from other neighbors. In Nepal, we have so many different pollutions, like there's dust, roads are all the time being made or again open up to put another water pipe or whatever, and again there will be a lot of dust. It's just normal to have fires for cooking food, and I never really realized that my neighbor is cooking food on the fire. They do. I don't see any smoke of that even. I can't see that. I can see a very bad smoke when people are burning the leftovers on their land after the harvest. When all the leftovers are dried up, then they will just burn it all. I don't know what's the benefit, just to clean it and maybe to make fertilizer. Maybe it smells very, very bad. And people even just burn their garbage, like plastics and all, and I'll get angry if you burn your plastics. It's very poisonous and it smells bad. Don't do that, please. We are here at number 10. It's the very, very last one for today. Just funny, again, I saw a Q&A video of a guy called Leonardo with his wife Jenna. They got a question, why you are not living with your parents? And it's funny because they were like, huh? Why would I live with my parents? I'm married. But yeah, his wife Jenna said, yeah, maybe it's normal in some countries. And yes, in many, many countries, it's very, very normal. I think most of the countries, it's normal to live with your parents even after you're married. In Nepal, we will usually move in with our parents-in-law as girls after we marry. If the family has many sons, then maybe some might just move out and make a place for themselves, but at least one son, usually the oldest, maybe the youngest, maybe they prefer another one. It just depends on the family, but one son will stay with their parents, and so that their wife can provide for the whole family, so that the parents will have good old days and the parents can watch after their grandchildren as well. So there's benefits on both sides. So yeah, it's very, very normal thing to live with our parents in Nepal. We are not living with our parents. We are living near our parents right now. But it's a very normal thing to do. While in the Netherlands, as you might assume, no. People would rather live alone. After they start working and being an adult, they might even start living a single life alone in an apartment or something. This is by themselves. I would be scared to live all on my own, alone. But it feels different because I have been alone sometimes in the Netherlands at home, and that's just normal. But in Nepal, when I lived alone it was just a guest house, there were other people, but I was alone in my room and I had to provide for myself my own food. I felt so alone. I've never felt before in my life, because I just know that everyone's enjoying with their families and cooking together and caring for each other. So I quickly moved out and stayed with a family. And yeah, to conclude it, definitely after they marry, of course, they're just gonna start a new home. That's what they're looking forward to. One last bonus point that I just came up with: even though we are not living with our parents here in Nepal, we do live with a lot of family. It's normal to regard just anyone as your family, basically. As you might know, we call men brothers and we call girls sisters, or we call them daughters-in-law or sister-in-law, and we call people that are the age of your mom and dad, we call them mom and dad, and we call uncles, or we call them uncles and aunties, and the people who are the age of your grandparents, we call them grandparents. So different, but it's just a very normal thing, or to call people daughters. Like, okay, let's just give the example. The neighbor on the other side of the road, I have no idea how much old she is, but she could be my grandmother almost. She calls me daughter. That's just how she calls me. It's normal. It feels strange to talk about this in English, and it would be really strange in the Netherlands. But that's how she calls me. No, we don't even know each other's names mostly because we don't use our names many times. Maybe just with people of the same age we do that, but we won't call people by their names mostly. So it's just a very normal thing to call people with family titles. And again, it comes back to that relationship aspect, the priority of relationship. Like our landlord, she calls our son her son. We feel very normal, but yeah, it sounds very creepy and strange if you talk about this in English or in Dutch. In the Netherlands, I'll tell you, in the Netherlands, we just call each other by name. Or if we respect them a lot, then we might call them names like uncle, auntie, father, mother, grandmother. In Nepal, if we call people by their names, then we will almost always follow their name with some kind of title. We can say sir, or otherwise the Nepali one, ji, just to respect them. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you like it. And today's shout out goes to Ram Raya. If you do consider to do more daily lifestyle vlogs, definitely you'll get more subscribers and success soon. Thank you so much. Definitely I'll consider to do some more lifestyle videos. I love that. It's just that I just like to live my life without a camera. Just not make my whole life centered around walking with a camera. Definitely, I'll try it. Like whatever I can show of my life as Nepali wife. Hope that's what you're interested in and what you're here for. Thank you so much for your comment. Thank you so much for all the other comments. Thank you so much for showing your interest. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you have not yet subscribed, then please click that subscribe button. I hope to see you in the next one. Like and leave a comment. Bye bye.